All right, ladies and gentlemen, on to the next one. I figured might as well do all of these as voice video votes. This is actually kind of easier than just doing the voice votes because I can actually show you what I mean rather than trying to describe it. So now we've got the Audio Topical Championship of the World, Secondhand King versus Kid Indie. We got two pictures here. We got Secondhand King looking all Secondhand Kingish. I don't know how to describe it. And Kid Indie, you know, just rocking out. Challenger champion, fucking ready to rock. Note the topic is your life in someone's hands, someone else's hands. So yeah, I guess I'll just listen to them in the order that they're posted. I'll pause it and give feedback if it's necessary to pause, but I might just, you know, kind of intersperse my comments. How do I turn it down? How do I turn that shit down? Holy shit, that's loud. Fuck. Maybe just volume mixer, I guess. Like a Maribel's Sparrow. Alright, that seems reasonable. This is kind of a cool intro.
They say I'm in Chicago, I awaken and I hit the snooze, lucid dream.
The first thing that I can say is that the audio quality sounds a little like off. It doesn't sound quite as crisp as I guess I would expect. Let me listen to it with the head.
They say I'm in Chicago, I awaken and I hit the snooze, lucid dream for 15 minutes more. Then I grab a remote, click the TV on and hit the mute. It's the morning news, brush my teeth and comb down my waves and lace my tennis shoes. Hand against my chin in the mirror like what I'm gonna do all day. Might as well hit the crew, grab the cellular, scrolling through my contacts, send a text message, where y'all at? Then grab my ball cap, seen the roach by the bed, so I sparked it. Placed the towel under the door, dropped the L by the carpet, dribbling by the kitchen, crossing over my mother. She laughed and said, boy, your young ass ain't gone yet. I reached my arms around and squeezed. She said, God bless, I'm not conscious. Said she's unaware that I never sneeze. Grab my keys and hit play on the Walkman. Digging through a desk for some change. I'll take this 5 then. Put it in my jeans, seen a box cutter beside it. Placed it in my pocket because my hood is kind of violent. Walking down the block till I saw the cop with his pistol cock. I put my hands up when he told me stop, but still he shot.
You should know that I made. Take the lights, God. I could be the rockstar.
It's AM in Chicago, I awaken and I kiss my wife, fix my daughter's cereal and then turn on the stereo. Turn the volume up, I mean, because it is the morning news and fighting crime is what I do. So it's vital too. Homicide is rising. How surprising. Most importantly, the ones who dying have no significance. They're minorities. Monkeys in a zoo who only smoke and they pollute. Out the mouth there is no truth, but some sneakers they would loot. I think this in my head, but not aloud. It wasn't said. At the table with my dog, ran my fingers through his head. Lace my belt, grab my badge, suit is iron, feeling great. Grab the pistol at my safe, in my holster where it stays. Cocked it back, one in the chamber. Grab my keys, hun. See you later. As I'm walking out my house, got saluted by my neighbor. Now I'm driving down Pulaski in October, Island Fall. Just twiddling my thumbs until I finally got the call. Suspect, African male, his height is tall, has a bull sweater on and is holding a basketball. Put the sirens on. God, is this truly happening? My first day on patrol. God impressed my captain.
You should know that I made. Take the lights, God.
So I guess what's going on here is that the first scene is a kid who is, I guess, shot by the police officer. Then the second one is the police officer's perspective. I guess it's his first day on the on patrol, and I guess trigger happy. Damn, that's
I could be the
A year's passed, so let's examine these facts. Was it accidentally? Only God and Jason know that. But the fact is that tapping his pencil may cause it to snap. Cause it's back and forth is causing my arthritis to act up. If he's innocent, then why he never once called for backup? And why his testimony seems so rehearsed and practiced? Maybe it's his upbringing that it made him a savage. His dad had PTSD, genes caused all the madness. On the other side of the fence, the lies of the tactics. A record of hate crimes that had completely vanished. Poof, cadet school, grades way below average. Room, feel the buzz, that's the sleeve in my jacket. My phone, yeah, no bro, I'm not supposed to have it, but I can use this time to speak on my verdict. I saw the video, yeah, played on repeat. His hands flailed in the air, cop aimed didn't blink, not once, but 16 shells all on the street. The footage, where you use way too many bullets. Yeah, for many hours we've been hand slamming desks. What are we debating? We also cause it death.
You should know that I made. Take the lights, God, I could be there. The rocks.
That was dope. I like it. Definitely divisive in terms of subject matter. I dig it. I think this section, if I remember correctly, was definitely the best. Like, if the whole verse had been up to like all of the verses had been up to the lyrical quality of this section, this would be fucking unstoppable, this track. I think there were definitely some like weak points where it felt kind of like forced, like almost like expository language. It was definitely good. I think the vocal quality, like obviously your delivery's good, but I feel like either the mix is off, you know, something weird with the vocals, but it sounds kind of like almost stuffy. The vocal does, like it just doesn't sound as crisp, you know, it doesn't sound as clear. Like I actually wanna record this just to compare for myself. Let's see. Like, my voice over this sounds clearer. Like, it cuts through the mix better. And I'm going to say that without even hearing the playback. I can hear the live feed from my headphones. So, like, I know that the vocal is definitely clearer. Which, I mean, that's probably just audio equipment, to be honest. You know, that made the difference. And I don't know. I mean, I don't remember that being an issue, but yeah, I mean, I dig it. It was definitely good. Let's listen to Secondhand Kings. God. Okay. Okay. Immediately you can tell that it's a very different animal in terms of you know, who wrote it. Yeah, I want to hide those. Okay, in terms of who wrote it, like you can immediately tell there's a good chance it's Joe by the sound of the instrumental, which I dig. Let's hear it.
On a pedestal, I'll hit you with the 1-2, thunder and hurricanes. I've come to haunt you. I bring all troops who chant my psalms. You can't comprehend. I created man. I am the raw truth. The gold in my cross lies beneath my throne. The brass shines and glimmers for all that I've known. You say you know me, call yourself holy, but the fear death divides what leaves you lonely. I feel nothing for your cries as your mother passed away. The trust is in your eyes and your brother heard him say he still worships me with certainty. God loves his children. I let the sermon speak. He searches for a profound glimpse of hope, but my evil flies around in a cloud of sinister smoke. I will not bend a break out. I'm the one to take your life in this place. I made the human race kind of see-through. I created evil, then you ran with the guns drawn and got real lethal. You drive a stake through the heart of another skin. I put the apple in front of Adam and I created sin. Love, you want proof, you want me, you want truth, you want the answer to everything that you do. This is true. You want sex, you want reason, you need angels, you need demons, you want everything you've done to be alright, just because. Fuck you. repetitions of living blessed by a book of all fiction. The idea of forgiveness as if you're not sinning. Tell me, would I kill so many if you were my children? You lose $20 and you bow down at my feet, saying if you found it back, you'd live life after me. Blasphemy. You learn to stand up straight, then evolve on all fours like actual sheep. I only want you for the fur. My image put Trump in the White House, who actually concurred. It's actually absurd. Some of you still think Hitler actually was pure. You think I love you, I hate you, degrade you, cancer feel you. I hate that I made you. Just because there's a knife doesn't mean you need to cut. Just because I made you doesn't mean it was out of love. You want proof, you want me, you want truth, you want the answer to everything that you do. This is true. You want sex, you want reason, you need angels, you need demons, you want everything you've done to be alright, just because, fuck you. It's not your fault. It's our fault. We have the power of choice, and now we choose to hate each other. And all we really have is each other. You living, breathing, giving everything some meaning, achieving, driven, ripping, hitting, stealing every breath from a demon. Choices every day. Who's to say you can't live your life this way? It's yours. It's more. Maybe you worship a god or find solace in a lie. You want to, but it's hard to get back to the start. Maybe you're missing. Listen, we've been people for a minute. Nothing really matters in the end. Anyway, does it? I can't tell. What's hell? I want this all to matter in the end. Who's a friend? Who's a foe? Who really knows? Who really goes to church on Sunday thinking that's what it's for? Anything other than a peace of mind, we design these heavens and trace back time to find our adolescence, and we call them blessings. We're humans. Is everything I want, everything I need. I don't see a point in fighting about it. Is what's right in front of me, so why do I need your history? Will never know my name, and I hope it never does.
You don't wanna love me.
Is a human, is a human. We are alone together.
Damn. I like it. There were some definitely weird choices in that track. It's like you got a very unique style in terms of how you do these things. Like the fact that you had it cut out and you had like 20 seconds essentially of silence in the middle. Like, who does that? So I like it. Let's see, how long was it? 2:31. Yeah, even longer, like 25 seconds of basically silence, just soft talking, which, I mean, fuck, like, I mean, it worked. It works pretty well. Let's listen to Indy's track again, because I'm definitely not ready to make a decision yet after one listen. Let's see how this one feels on a second listen.
They say I'm in Chicago, I awaken and I hit the snooze, lucid dream for 15 minutes more, then I grab remote, click the TV on and hit the mute. It's the morning news, brush my teeth and comb down my waves and lace my tennis shoes, hand against my chin in the...
So what I want to comment lyrically, it's AM in the morning, then grab remote, like I mean, I guess AM in Chicago works, but grab remote, like, that, you know, there should have been, like, grab the remote or something. You know, need an article, whatever.
Mirror like what I'm gonna do all day. Might as well hit the crew, grab the cellular, scrolling through my contacts, send a text message. Where y'all at? They grab my broadcast. Seen the roach by the bed, so I sparked it. Placed the towel under the door, dropped the L by the carpet. Dribbling by the kitchen, crossing over my mother. She laughed and said, boy, your young ass ain't gone yet. I reached my arms around and squeezed. She said, God bless, I'm not conscious. Said she's unaware that I never sneeze. Grabbed my keys and hit play on the Walkman. Digging through a desk for some change. I'll take this 5 then. Put it in my jeans, seen a box cutter beside it. Placed it in my pocket because my hood is kind of violent. Walking down the block till I saw the cop with his pistol cock. I put my hands up when he told me stop, but still he shot.
You should know that I made. Take the lights, God.
So narratively, like, I guess, like, I don't see it. I mean, I guess that's the point of your verse, is to say, like, it was, you know, completely wrong of the officer, but, like, I don't believe it. Like, just somebody walking up and then just getting shot, like, there must have been more to the altercation, one would assume. Like, it's not just fucking hunting season, you know. But I guess that's what the verse is getting at, that, you know, that you've got a cop shooting someone that's carrying, you know, a box cutter for protection. But, like, it just seems like, I don't know, like, if it weren't for the fact that this is grounded in reality, like, in trying to say, like, that this is, like, something that could really happen, like, if this were just a story and it weren't tied into stuff that's actually happening, like, I'd be like, what? That doesn't make sense. Like, what kind of character would do that? But I guess perhaps that's your intent here, so let's keep listening.
I could be the rocks.
It's AM in Chicago, I awaken and I kiss my wife, fix my daughter's cereal and then turn on the stereo. Turn the volume up, I mean, because it is the morning news and fighting crime is what I do. So it's vital to homicide is rising. How surprising, most importantly, the ones who dying have no significance, they're minorities. Monkeys in a zoo who only smoke and they pollute. Out the mouth there is no truth, but some sneakers they would loot. I think this in my head, but not aloud, it wasn't said. At the table with my dog, ran my fingers through his head. Lace my belt, grab my badge, suit is iron, feeling great. Grab the pistol at my safe, in my holster where it stays. Cocked it back, one in the chamber, grab my keys, hun, see you later. As I'm walking out my house, got saluted by my neighbor. Now I'm driving down Pulaski in October, Island Fall. Just twiddling my thumbs until I finally got the call. Suspect, African male, his height is tall, has a bull sweater on and is holding a basketball. Flick the sirens on. God, is this truly happening? My first day on patrol. God impressed my captain.
You should know that.
Okay, so I really liked this section, the cop section. I thought it kind of fell off after basketball. Flick the sirens on. God, like you had like, God, is this truly happening? It was like, it felt a little unnatural. I'll play it back just so we can hear it.
First day on patrol. God impressed my captain. Basketball. Flick the sirens on. God, is this truly happening? My first day.
You see what I'm saying? Like, God, is this truly happening? Like, you sound unsure of yourself.
Patrol. God impressed my captain.
You should know that I made. Take the lights, God. I could be the rocks.
A year's passed, and let's examine these facts. Was it accidentally? Only God and Jason know that. But the fact is that tapping his pencil may cause it to snap. Cause it's back and forth that's causing my arthritis to act up. If he's innocent, then why he never once called for backup? And why his testimony seems so rehearsed and practiced? Maybe it's his upbringing that it made him a savage. His dad had PTSD, genes caused all the madness. On the other side of the fence, the lies of the tactics. A record of hate crimes that had completely vanished. Poof, cadet school, grades way below average. Vroom, feel the buzz, that's the sleeve in my jacket. My phone, yeah, no, bro, I'm not supposed to have it, but I could use this time to speak on my verdict. I saw the video, yeah, played on repeat. His hands flailed in the air, cop aimed, didn't blink, not once, but 16 shells all on the street. The footage where you use way too many bullets. Yeah, for many hours we've been hand slamming desks. What are we debating? We also cause it death.
You should know that I made. Take the lights, God. I could be there. The rocks.
I dig it as a track. It's definitely a really political issue. You know, definitely divisive. 'Cause like on the one hand, like yeah, there's some serious shit going on. But also like it's got to be weighed that like, you know, cops do have a hard job. You know, they definitely have a lot of like it's fucking scary. Like anybody you roll up on could just be fucking pissed off and fucking ice you any day of your fucking job. Like just because you're a cop. Like that sucks, man. I don't want that. You know, I don't wish that on anyone. So I mean, there wasn't enough like characterization to really like understand what the kid did in the first scene. I guess it was written in a way such that like it suggests that he did nothing and that the cop was completely out of bounds. But like, you know, in reality, it's almost never so black and white. You know that this person's just somebody with problems. Like, you know, there are issues on both sides. You know, like. And probably like the rehearsed testimony is like, I mean, he's a police officer. He's supposed to give, you know, testimony on any case. Like in court, you know, he's supposed to be able to stand and describe, you know, the suspect did this, the suspect did that. So of course it's gonna sound robotic because it's not like, you know, natural speech. But that's like part of their job. I really like like probably 70% of the verse sections. Like I think they're really, really good. Like especially the second one and the start of the third one were just like really fucking good. Like really good. But like parts of it felt kind of like you felt kind of unsure. Like you were kind of on unstable ground rather than like kicking it in an arena you knew very well. So let's play Secondhand King's track again. Again, starting off with this fucking very Secondhand King opener.
On a pedestal, I'll hit you with the 1-2, thunder and hurricanes. I've come to haunt you. I bring all troops who chant my psalms. You can't comprehend. I created man. I am the raw truth. The gold of my cross lies beneath my throne. The brass shines and glimmers for all that I've known. You say you know me, call yourself holy, but the fear of death divides what leaves you lonely. I feel nothing for your cries as your mother passed away. The trust is in your eyes and your brother heard him say he still worships me with certainty. God loves his children. I let the sermon speak. He searches for profound glimpse of hope, but my evil flies around in a cloud of sinister smoke. I will not bend a break. I am the one to take your life in this place. I made the human race kind of see-through. I created evil, then you ran with the guns drawn and got real lethal. You drive a stake through the heart of another skin. I put the apple in front of Adam and I created sin. You want proof, you want me, you want truth, you want the answer to everything that you do. This is true. You want sex, you want reason, you need angels, you need demons, you want everything you've done to be alright, just because. Fuck you. Vivid definitions of blind man and beginners, repetitions of living blessed by a book of all fiction. The idea of forgiveness is if you're not sinning, tell me, would I kill so many if you were my children? You lose $20 and you bow down at my feet, saying if you found it back, you live life after me. Blasphemy. You learn to stand up straight, then evolve on all fours like actual sheep. I only want you for the fur. My image put Trump in the White House, who actually concurred. It's actually absurd. Some of you still think Hitler actually was pure. You think I love you, I hate you, degrade you, cancer feel you. I hate that I made you. Just because there's a knife doesn't mean you need to cut. Just because I made you doesn't mean it was out of love. You want proof, you want me, you
I feel like this pause part was excessive. Like, this is a long period of pause, and I mean,
It's our fault.
it's good, but like, that's a long fucking pause to have.
Yeah,
It almost feels, and I mean, you change the instrumental afterward. Like, it almost feels like you're splitting it into 2 parts, which I mean, effectively you are.
yeah.
So. And what I wanted to comment before this part starts, what I wanted to comment is that that first part I actually liked. It reminds me of the one track that you have on your Almost Blue album, the one with the monster. The monster sleeps at night and he wakes up in the day. And when I get my coffee and I think I'm okay, it tells me no way. You did this and this and this. There's a reason you should be pissed. And then at the end, it's like, so fuck you. You know, telling the monster to, like, you know, go fuck itself. But at the same time, it's your best friend. Like, I really like that. The way you twist things like that. I really like this. You can definitely feel the fucking angst. Another fucking Trump line. We got a lot of those. Some of you still think Hitler was actually pure. All this stuff, like, fucking very political. This pay-per-view. Find solace in Allah. Fucking very much political. Let's keep playing.
You living, breathing, giving everything some meaning, achieving, driven, ripping, hitting, stealing every breath from a demon. Choices every day. Who's to say you can't live your life this way? It's yours. It's more. Maybe you worship a god or find solace in a lie. You want to, but it's hard to get back to the start. Maybe you're missing, listen, we've been people for a minute. Nothing really matters in the end. Anyway, does it? I can't tell. What's hell? I want this all to matter in the end. Who's a friend? Who's a foe? Who really knows? Who really goes to church on Sunday thinking that's what it's for? Anything other than a peace of mind, we design these heavens and trace back time to find our adolescence, and we call them blessings. We're humans.
I think where I like the hook on the first one, this one I actually kind of cringed every time the part came on, and I was happy when your voice, like just saying the things, came back. Oh dear, my dogs are about to howl. Oh god, I think I caused that. Fuck, because I went and they heard it and they thought I was sad, so we're about to hear some fucking dogs howling. Fuck, man, I did this to myself. So yeah, like I didn't like it as much, if I'm honest. Like, I guess I would have to hear it, you know, on like a stereo, good system, because I'm listening through headphones. Maybe it's less, I don't want to call it obnoxious, but like, compared to the sharp, crisp sound of your voice, like, it just sounded like whiny almost. I don't know.
Is everything I want, everything I need. I don't see the point in fighting about it. It's what's right in front of me, so why do I need your history? Will never know my name, and I hope it never does.
You don't wanna love me.
Is a human, is a human.
Yeah, you know what? You know what that last line reminds me of? That all I am is a human is a human. It reminds me of one of the skits from Almost Blue, where you said, like, there's no such thing as an insane person. There's no such thing as a sane person. We're all just people. Crystal balls, wooden planks. You know, that whole piece there. that sentiment reminds me of that, and I feel like that's a closely held belief that, like, you know, you have songs in the past where you're kind of characterizing, you know, like the good and the bad. Although you can definitely see like there's a bias in the lyrics, but you characterize, you know, the fact that, you know, we are people, even if you know, even if flawed, we're all just people. And I really like that. I think it works really well when you're writing your song about you know, how people like do all these things in the false hopes of like appeasing and pleasing God. Definitely fucking some dark stuff. So what I noticed during that song, which if any of you guys are actively watching the video as I'm doing this, like during the song, I scrolled up and I checked the maximum, which was 5 minutes. I noticed that Kid Indie used about 3 minutes and 40 seconds, and Secondhand King used the entire 5 minutes. And I think that definitely, you know, did play a role here, because I mean, it's like a minute and 20 seconds difference for him to develop the story. I think lyrically, in terms of like multis and in terms of like the strength of what your writing did, I think this is some of your best work, at least in the verses. I think the hooks, the choruses could have been a little sweeter, but I don't know. And then Indie's verse, I feel like the audio quality, the just purely like the quality of the voice. Like listen to how muddy that sounds compared to, you know, like Joe's vocal on the track sounds much crisper, much cleaner, whereas this kind of sounds like it sounds like I don't know, like it definitely sounds like it's you know, it's in the right place, like the mix has at least positioned it in the right place, but it sounds like it's definitely on inferior equipment, so like you get less pleasure out of hearing the voice, which is unfortunate, but it is, you know, audio topical. Like you have to factor these things in about the quality, and for me, that it just sounded, you know, less sharp, less precise, less crisp. I think lyrically very good. Like if you'd used the full 5 minutes and smoothed out some of the rough spots, importantly. I think Indie definitely could have taken this battle for me, but I think Secondhand King has the more listenable track, although it's definitely a niche track, which, I mean, I have it as one of the only 2 CDs I have in my car, so I've definitely gotten used to the Secondhand King sound. I'm not kidding. Almost Blue is one of only 2 CDs that I have. I still have to get Frankie. I'll have to buy that and support, but I just haven't, you know, I haven't done that. I'll get around to it, but yeah, like it's definitely an unusual style, but I feel like as a track, it's more complete. It feels more right. Both were definitely good. Storytelling, I gotta say, I give that to Kid Indie, but in terms of like the overall track and the overall feeling, like the way it is emotionally, and you can see by just looking at the lyrics that Joe had to write less because he had more like pausey bits and stuff, where you know, when you look at the verses that Indie had, he had more densely packed verses, which, I mean, that's fine. Joe, like, I really liked a couple sections, like the start of this one, this living, breathing, giving, everything's a meaning, achieving, driven, you know, that I like that. You know, I thought that was good. I thought, you know, it felt right. It was definitely a nice little section. In all, like, this was definitely a good battle. Definitely pleased with it. I'm a little bit disappointed about Kid Indie's vocal quality, because, like, I think maybe if that were different and the verse were a little more, like, precise in terms of, like, just the delivery, because there were some parts where it sounded hesitant, where it sounded like you were unsure of yourself, Whereas Joe, the entire time, you know, it sounded like he meant what he was saying. And part of that is just the vocal. Like, part of that is the recording of the vocal, and part of that is actually the delivery of the vocal. So, I mean, it's hard to, you know, put full fault behind it. But I for me, and I might be an outlier, I might be the only one that's that votes this way, but I feel like Secondhand King, for me, had the better track here. I feel like he delivered, and I feel like, for me, he earned his title retention. So, I mean, I was really happy to hear Kid Indy back on the track, but like, it just felt like parts of it were unnatural and relied too much on, like, basically, like, previously held beliefs and views and stuff that, like, they weren't painted vividly enough in the track on its own. So subtracted, you know, or removed from all that, you know, it tells a less compelling story, even though it's, you know, shitty, like somebody going out and just getting shot. Like, the way that it's written, I just don't believe it. Like, it doesn't even sound, like, rational. Like, the cop didn't even say anything, and then all of a sudden he's shot? No, like, that's not, that doesn't, like, even the videos that you see, like, that's not how it goes down. Like, you know, there's usually a reason. But, I mean, maybe that's not true. Maybe I'm, you know, biased in my own right, and I don't know. I mean, but in terms of just the tracks before me, in terms of, like, the quality and the feeling of the tracks before me, I got to give it up to Joe. I think he definitely did a good job. I enjoyed his track more. It sounded more right, I guess. Even though even that was, like, divisive in some ways, you know. He's basically telling God to fuck himself. So if you got any fucking religious people, like, Revelation, dude, he's up in a cold sweat right now. Maybe this is why he no-showed. Because he was so, like, fucked up over this. But I don't know. But in any case, I would say my vote goes to the Secondhand King. All right. So hope you guys enjoyed the voice vote. And, yeah, keep the fire alive inside you guys. Peace.